hate to say it, but he right. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk, right back like I never left. What's going on with y'all, man? Happy Monday. I come to y'all today with a excellent article, excellent analysis by a gentleman named Bill Barnwell. And Bill Barnwell is one of the rare people in the, I can't call him content creator, reporter space, analyst space. He's one of ESPN's high-tiered NFL analysts that is non-biased. He reminds me of like Mina Kimes. He doesn't release stories with an angle to try to get clicks. He's not a TV personality. He is just someone that numbers and analysis, nothing like with a underlying agenda or narrative he's trying to push. So when I read his articles, I take them seriously. I don't take him as like, oh, he's just a Cowboys hater, which is a lot of people. No, Bill, when I was reading this article, the thing that stood out to me is that, I agree with a lot of it. I did. And this one I agree with too. The thing that he highlighted the most, I'll read some of it. And shout out to Cowboys Wire. They went and posted it. Unless you want to buy that ESPN membership, you ain't getting this. So shout out to Cowboys Wire. I appreciate them. The article reads, and who posted this from Cowboys Wire? Angel Torres. Shout out to Angel Torres. So I can just give people their credit where it's due, because this isn't from Rome. I don't mind giving out the credit. He writes in the article, basically the additions of George Pickens certainly helped the offense that had been held together by CeeDee Lamb. So basically in 2023, when we had Tony Pollard and stuff like that, our offense, and before this is 2 years ago, Brandon Cooks. So he had a little bit more cash in the league. He was literally more of a legitimized wide receiver 2 at the time. He was getting a little older. I think Cooks was at the time was like 29. So it was like, okay, in the back half, but he might still have some juice because Cooks can still run. He can still run, but his biggest problem was his stature. He's a little bit shorter, and that's maybe why he's been traded around the league so much. But we was ranked 7th in weapons, offensive weapons in the league. According to Bill Barnwell, not PFF or whatever, everybody got their own rankings. And I can respect that. That year, no one showed up in the playoffs before someone jumps in here like, yo, so what happened? That we just did not show up. Y'all saw what happened in the Packers game. We was balling out throughout the regular season. We had our moments of bad fortune, but in the playoffs, no one showed up. Not just Dak. Dak didn't show up. CD didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't show up in that game, not especially, but the defense too, coaching, it was just bad all around. So this isn't about pointing the finger in that game. It's just about acknowledging that although we did have the legitimate weapons, it was a complete failure. No excuses. No excuses. Then in 2024, we dropped down to 18th because we went with like Rico Dowdle at running back. Cooks was a year older, but the room wasn't fleshed out. We was running like Jalen Brooks out there and Jalen Tolbert out there, and it just wasn't. It wasn't what we wanted it to be. That's the best way to put it. You know what I'm saying? The offensive skills really got exposed. Ferguson regressed. It was a bad year. So this year, let's get to this year. Let's talk about this year and why this stood out to me. He said last season was a step backwards for CeeDee Lamb, but it seems reasonable to chalk up some of this decline at Dak Prescott's injuries, even though it felt like a down year before a shoulder injury led the Cowboys to wave the white flag. He ranked 17th among wide receivers in yards per route. Working so often out of the slot, he benefits from having a quarterback with elite accuracy and willingness to put the ball in tight spaces like Prescott. He might be a little more susceptible to a change under center than Jefferson or Jamar Chase would, which represents a very tiny gap at the top of the wide receiver food chain, right? He talking about CeeDee Lamb. and basically just saying that CeeDee Lamb, although he's the best weapon, he needed some help. He needed some help, y'all. That's it. That's the thing that stands out. But give me a second. I wanted to focus on. Give me 1 second. I'm looking through the article. I wanted to focus on the fact that Barnwell points out that although the Cowboys have loaded back up with George Pickens, and it's got us to 11th, and he said it's mainly because of the wide receiver group. Yes, our wide receiver room, one move made it a strong group. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. Now you have Jonathan Mingo at 3. You have Tolbert at 3. You can have Trayshawn Holden. Like we have a log jam of receivers that can get in there. But he highlights running back, and this is where it gets not fun to talk about. We would probably be in the top 5 if we took running back seriously. Top 5. Literally. Because the teams that they're mentioning in the top 5, that's the difference. They had the running back. Groups like the Ravens and the Eagles, and, you know what I'm saying, the 49ers, because Christian McCaffrey is healthy. They're pushed, propelled forward by the running back. Some teams have both. If we just had a running back, because right now we're running out there with unknowns. Unknowns. They were known years past, but unknowns now. Javonte Williams, is the injury, has it taken his career? That's the question, right? And then you have Miles Sanders. Was he really just not utilized in Carolina, or is he washed up? I have to. Not only do I want to, because I do want to. I want him to be good because we need him to be good. But me wanting and needing something doesn't mean it's going to happen. I can want Miles Sanders to be good all we want. He really might be washed. And then we're asked out. Because Jadon Blue, that's not fair. That's not fair. 3rd round rookie be a all-world, all-pro. That's not fair. So right now, seriously, what we need is someone from that group to step up, because that is the line of demarcation. He even includes Jake Ferguson as a positive. Jake Ferguson had a concussion and a knee injury last year. To sideline him a little bit. He's assuming that he's going to come back good. So that means we got a solid tight end, top 15 tight end, right? We have a top tier receiving core in my eyes. You can say they're not good. They're at least top 10. It's hard to argue outside of that. So you got that. You got top 10 receivers. You got a top 15 tight end. But the running back group is literally like bottom of the NFL, because you just don't know. If somebody ascends from that group, then we will be top 10 in weapons. But right now, you got to put us he put us at 11th. I understand that somebody want to put us towards the middle, and it's literally because the running back room is swinging the pendulum so far away. It's messed up. It's really messed up. He highlights, he's just saying, like, he doesn't understand why. He doesn't understand why we don't take, like, fun flyers on running backs like a Nick Chubb. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Like, trying to go, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, go get Dameon Pierce. Go get just somebody else to make this room like, all right, no matter what, they're going to be okay. I don't know if we're waiting, but this isn't the time to wait. We should have been out there and went and got someone. So it puts us in a weird predicament. But I do want to know what y'all think in the comments, man. The Cowboys is 11th because of Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. And this just to let y'all know, this actual ranking takes quarterbacks out. Quarterbacks are out, so every team has the same level quarterback. It's just receivers, tight ends, running backs, etc. Just the weapons as 11th. Yeah, so even like Pat Mahomes and stuff like that, that's why they did, because the Chiefs would be at the number 1 probably, because the quarterback would swing the pendulum so far. This is just the fact that is the weapons good enough? And I feel like we need another running back. We should have traded for one, a lower tier trade, or we should have went ahead and drafted one higher. And Jadon Blue I'm praying he gonna turn into like baby Alvin Kamara, but we got to see it. We got to see it. This is not an assumption. I can't tell y'all definitively anything. But look, it's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. I just wanted to talk about that. Also tap in later. Might hit y'all with a cover 3. So turn your notifications on. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I holla.